by your mercy, let there be a
Laughter means victory is established. You do not laugh during the time of war. You do not laugh during the time of travail. No woman laughs while giving.
How to be stuck in the old is when you don't know what God is doing. If it will make more sense, the Bible says that this old prophet lived in Bethel, and the meaning of Bethel is house of God. So this old prophet was in the house of God, yet did not know what God was doing. It's better you are an unbeliever than for you to be in the house of God. God, what next do you want to do? God, what next should I do? What would you have me do? What is the next place you want me to put my head in? Lord, what am I supposed to be doing in the now? Lord, move. God is moving, but you don't know what God is doing. You are just stepping out every day. You are just being involved in routine. You are not even sure whether what I'm doing is what God will have me. At this season of your life, what if we use a thermometer to test your purpose? If there was something called purpose thermometer, what would the temperature be like? You don't know what the move of Kamande Sota, Rendebeya Shakata, Radabadao, the move of God in my career. God, what do you want? The move of God in my business. At this point, what should I be doing? People of God, look at great men that became voices. One of their major questions in life is, what would thou have me do? What is the next thing for me? You will be stuck in the old when you are either too happy and content with where you are, forgetting the fact that every new season comes with a new instruction. Am I communicating? People of God, this guy did not know what God. His children had to go back and tell him, Daddy, something happened. There's this man of God. So old prophet did not know what was going on. Guy, Jesus, may I not be alive, and there will be a move and I will not know about it. May it never be said that God is busy downloading his agenda. People of God, let it not be said that God is giving people nations and you are here just mindful about that your problem, that my goodness, can it be? Let it not be said that God is pouring out his heart in this season to men and women, opening the agenda. People of God, I know you think the difference between where you are now and where you're going to is money. I say no, it's not money, it's an instruction. It's a revelation. You think the difference between where I am and what I need is only when, no sir, it is one word from God. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. This is what the Bible says. He has exalted his word above his name. What is God doing? This old prophet did not know. His children had to be the one that told him. Mark this. Never forget that one of the instructions that was given to this young prophet, don't eat. Make sure you don't eat. Am I communicating? When you go there, deliver the assignment. Don't eat. Their biggest challenge, why they are subservient to that altar, is because of what they are eating. So this is the practice. If because they are serving the wrong God, every food, every harvest must first of all be sacrificed to the altar. So, and God said to them, the altar I've assigned you to break, don't let it feed you. I wish I can stay on that matter. It's a different matter, because there are some people who are fighting what is feeding them. There will never be any result. Makado Shibadala. There will never. And God says, when you go there, if you have to be productive, don't eat, don't chop, don't chop, don't chop, don't let the Kayabo Sande Barashada Eledo Sokota. Remember how to be stuck in the old. And God said, my problem with you right now is that why you're going to get stuck, why this young prophet got stuck in the old, is because of what you are going to be eating. You can never be bigger than your diet. You can never be bigger than what is feeding you. Shabade Kola said that when the devil wants to shrink your spirit man, he begins to give you spiritual junk. Karato sebede alabashada. Manekola. If you've ever been in a season of your life where pastor, I used to pray for 30 minutes and I'm fine. For some reason, I pray for 30 minutes and I feel discontented. I want you to know that God is expanding you. I used to study the word for 15 and I'm okay. But when on the other side, if you're on the converse, on the other opposite, if you are beginning to find things shrink, your spirit man shrink, my prayer life shrink, my distance, the devil is minimizing your impact. Am I communicating? Please don't forget, God was mindful. Please, as you go there, be mindful of what you are being fed. People of God, I will move this to the things that your ears are being fed, the things that is being fed to your mind, the things that your eyes are feeding on. It might be everybody's food, but it can never. I remember growing up, and they will cook beans in my house. They will cook beans in my house. That's why I'm not tall. They will cook beans in my house, and everybody will be eating. For some reason, I remember my mom looking at me one day say, "You will go to bed hungry today if you don't eat beans." I said, "That's fine, no problem." And I went to bed hungry. She was the one that woke me up in the night, and then she woke me up with cane. She now woke me up with cane. And then as she woke me up, I should come and eat gari by that middle of the night. And then I was hungry and I was ready to eat. But the one that, it's not fair. The one you are eating as you are putting one, my mother would say, "She is gari, you want to eat? Eat the gari." I want to eat gari, allow me to eat it. Allow me, and she would tell me, "Well, I will struggle. She just kept, I'll struggle and cook beans, buy beans. Do I know how much it is?" And then she will cook it. I will say, "I will not eat." I'll say, "I will not eat." Is it that she didn't cook it well? I can't eat, even if I want. I can't. That's why I'm. If I knew, I would have eaten it, another. Because, if as far as I am, if I added hard, man. My way of trying to say to you, you must be careful in this season. What am I eating? Am I communicating? What am I eating? Oh my goodness. I wish you know how much this thing have strangulated your faith. I wish you know how much you could have become if you shut down on some things people said. I wish you knew who you would have been if you were not paying attention to every lie that the devil was bringing up here. I wish you would know what God wanted to make out of you. I came to tell you, block your ear. I came to tell you, block your spirit. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it comes the issues of life. I came to tell you, don't pay attention to the liar. What are you being fed with? What are you being fed with? There are friends you don't need in the second half. You fed me enough from January till now. For they that do know their God shall be strong, and they will do exploit. I don't want you to feed me nonsense. There are higher levels I'm looking for. Don't feed me laziness. Don't tell me I can't. Don't tell me it's not possible. Akubara, selective hearing, selective seeing, selective association. That is the modus operandi for the second half of the year. Am I communicating? The same things. The king offered him, "Come and eat." Why are you people interested in this food? Then the prophet comes back again with the same thing again. "Come and eat." Why are you people interested that I will eat? But people of God, sadly, the prophet said to him, and the guy first of all told the prophet, he said, God told me I should not talk. I should not eat anything, even ordinary water. I should not take. The prophet laughed. I've been there, done that. So I want to let you know. An angel spoke to me. An angel spoke to me. Come and eat. There's nothing wrong with it. But you know, my problem is that if you want to be stuck in the old, don't rest before your rest. The old prophet, young prophet, was on his way. There is a rest for you, but don't rest before the rest. Forget who is clapping for you. Is not yet your rest. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. Forget who is telling you are the best thing that has happened to planet Earth. People of God, thank God and raise your hands today and say, God, take all the glory. But you see, where I am right now is not yet my rest. Thank God for the open doors, but you see, where I am right now is not yet my rest. Let me pray for 65 of you. Before December 31st, there is a rest coming bigger than you ever thought about. If you will not rest in your rest, let the hand of the Lord carry you there. Let the hand of the Lord carry you there. Let the hand of the Lord carry you there. Let the hand of the Lord carry you there. Let the hand of the Lord carry you there. Receive it right now. Receive it right now. Receive it. Receive it. Receive it. Receive it right now. Right now. Let your amen turn now. Lift up your right hand. Say, I will not rest before my rest. I will not rest before my rest. Let your amen turn louder. Take your seat. The millions have started coming. Wait a minute. But it is not the rest yet. Don't rest before your rest. I know that you can afford things right now. It didn't used to be like that. That's not the level. Don't rest before your rest. I know God is using you right now. Miracles are beginning to happen. But wait a minute. Don't rest before your rest. Eyes have not seen. Sir, I beg of you, don't come and lay down your guard. Because of one testimony, you are no longer praying. You are no longer praying. You are now okay. Because you pray to God, Lord, let them put the ring in the finger in the ring, whatever it is. And then they manage to put the ring. You are now rested. Child. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion. Don't rest yet. Let me tell you the truth. Most of the people who speak to you and applaud you, they are liars. To be very honest, most of the people who tell you you are doing well, they are. If you go through destiny and you find 3 persons who can look you in the eye and tell you, with all due respect, you know, every time someone is talking to you and then comes with the word, with all due respect, they're about to insult you. Anybody who will come to you and say to you, with all due respect, I don't think this thing is the way it is. You are blessed. You are blessed. Am I communicating? Better to have committed persons who are devoted to your rising than to have cheerleaders that will cheer you to mediocrity. If you want to see the greatest falsehood and lie, there is nothing you post on social media that people will not like. Anything you like, post on social, people will like it. Fantastic, beautiful, you look smashing. And somebody who will be saying it while they are sitting in their home and they are laughing, you look good, idiot. People of God, and they will write it. And then so people of God, don't listen to them. Are you getting what I'm saying? Don't listen to them because they don't mean it. They don't mean it. Then if you want to be foolish, let's help you become more foolish. Am I talking to someone? Please remember, don't rest before your rest. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say one more thing and I'll be done. I guess the problem with this guy, he had done a great work. A great work. And he was coming. And you know how it is? He got tired. By the time he spoke with the king, energy was still topmost. Energy was still hot. But this young prophet, by the time he got to the oak, he had become a little tired. And then he wanted to sit down. Sit down small. And then the old prophet comes with the ass. And then he said, come in and eat with me. Come, this one. God said this one. God said that one. This was a guy who looked the king in the face and said, even if to the half of your kingdom, I will not come back and eat. But now, you met an ordinary old prophet. Be careful what happens when you are tired. Be careful what happens when you are mentally exhausted. Be careful when you can't take it anymore. Great men have fallen not because they are bad people, but because they are exhausted. They're just tired. People are tired. Ever been that when you're tired of being tired? And I beg everyone here, don't exhaust someone. Don't exhaust another person. Don't let your behavior drain them. They have a destiny to pursue. Don't drain people. There's so much to deal with at the same time. Don't drain them. They have a lot to accomplish in life. Don't drain them. Don't be the source. That guy was tired. And when people are tired, sometimes it's easier. And this is not me not affirming or validating it. It's easier to call out a cheating husband. But maybe it would be wiser not to drain the husband. A drained man is vulnerable. Anything, he can embrace anything. Because sometimes you look at the woman a man is cheating with, and you are looking at the wife, and you are comparing the two of them, and you are wondering, but you don't understand. All the man is doing is to run away from what is draining him. Don't drain. You wonder why people are running away from you. You are draining them. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. Be one voice of comfort. Be one voice of a pillar. Be one voice that will stand. At least choose to say, I stand by you. Choose to say, find something to live for. I don't know how many of you have seen that video, but I just saw a few days ago. A pastor was about to preach on the altar. I wanted to try it, but I know that it won't go well. The pastor wanted to preach on the altar, and he brought out a stick of cigarette, and then he put it on his mouth. See wahala in church. Don't do it, pastor. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, pastor. People were just saying, don't do it. Don't do it, pastor. And then he was still committed, to doing it. And then in the extended video, he said, I say, if I do this now, I know some of you will go. I know some of you will leave the church. If I smoke like this, some of you will go and never come back and all of that. And someone screamed from there, I'll still be here. That sounded very pedestrian. But I said, maybe destiny has a way of sourcing for people, not who will validate your weakness, but who will say, through thick and thin, I will still be here. When men are tired, they want to do so much. But you will realize your ability to separate a tired man from a purposeful man might be the key to understanding the true destiny of man. Sometimes there are behaviors that are provoked by spiritual tiredness, mental tiredness. That is what to address, not necessarily you are a bad person. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. So you have good men that are tired. They have to be fixed. You see, this one was cutting the old because he is tired. When you are tired, may the Lord, may God create a community of people who will support, stand, pour into you until you become that strong man again. Am I communicating? And people of God, this guy, as soon as he heard, he went back with the old prophet. Kai. Immediately he began to eat with the old prophet. The Lord went through the old prophet. Old prophet had been retired a long time. And the old prophet began to, let me tell you something. How to be stuck in the old. Don't live in a way you will create a vacancy for something you have been ordained to become. All of a sudden, there was a vacancy, and God would rather choose a retired man to fill up the gap, while the ordained man had just been abandoned. Don't do your work in a way that another man will be needed. Don't handle destiny in a way that people will start considering an option. Don't do life in a way that someone will sit back and say this or this, which is better. Do it like it is your life. Do it like it's all that you have. Do it like every people of God. Do it. You see, if I came here and told you people listening to me right now that from last week was the most hectic week of my entire life, and it's not going all you want. Pastor, I came to church. I came to be blessed. I don't care what last week is like. Yes, you people are all like that. Human beings are all like that. So I understand it very well. And that is why I know you don't make excuses in destiny. You deliver on your assignment. Don't live and don't handle destiny in a way that another man will be needed. You see that your opportunity, grab it, hold it, walk in a way in that office that another man will not be needed. Pastor in a way that another person will not be needed. Treat your clients with so much caution and care that another person will not be needed. I say it again. Handle destiny in a way that another will not be needed. Rise.